But the deeper this story goes, the clearer it becomes that Shadur Sanders is not just a young quarterback thrown into a chaotic situation. He is the eye of a storm that has been building inside the Raiders organization for months. His interview didn't just reveal the cracks in the system. It exposed a structural failure that has been ignored for far too long. When a rookie speaks with this level of candor, composure, and internal awareness in the face of adversity, it forces everyone to take a step back and reevaluate who the real problem might be. And right now, the spotlight is shifting rapidly from the quarterback room to the coaching staff, the practice structure, and the leadership culture of this team. The more Shadur spoke, the more it became obvious that he was carrying a weight far heavier than what most rookies ever have to shoulder. This wasn't just about stepping onto the field without first-team reps. This was about stepping into a system that wasn't designed with him in mind. A system that didn't anticipate what would happen if the starter went down. A system that still seems confused about what it wants to be and how it wants to develop the future of the franchise. Shadur didn't expose this with loud accusations or finger-pointing. He exposed it by calmly explaining the bare facts of his preparation, or lack thereof, in a way that made everyone else look in the mirror. And that's the part the football world can't stop talking about. Because when a young quarterback exhibits this much honesty and self-reflection, it draws a sharp contrast with the decisions being made around him. It forces analysts, fans, and even other players to ask a painful question. How does a team draft such a talented, polished, mentally grounded quarterback and still fail to prepare him for the moment they knew could come at any time? That question has no easy answer, and the organization has yet to provide one. The silence from the coaching staff is starting to feel louder than anything Shadur said. What makes Shadur's situation even more complicated is the emotional layer he added when talking about the fans. Most rookies would focus entirely on their performance, their reps, their frustration. But Shadur went deeper. He acknowledged the energy he felt in the stadium when he entered the game. He talked about how grateful he was for all the number 12 jerseys in the crowd. But he also showed compassion for his teammate, recognizing how uncomfortable it must have felt for Dylan to hear fans cheering for someone else while he was still fighting on the field. That level of emotional maturity is rare in this league. It shows that Shadur isn't just thinking about himself. He's thinking about the team, the locker room dynamic, the psychology of leadership. The kind of things that separate great quarterbacks from ordinary ones. It is that same emotional intelligence that makes the current situation so fragile. Because Shadur isn't oblivious to what is happening around him. He knows there is tension. He knows fans are calling for him. He knows analysts are picking apart every aspect of the coaching staff's decisions. And he knows that every time he steps up to that podium, his words can either calm the fire or make it burn hotter. The fact that he chose to take responsibility rather than igniting chaos speaks volumes about the kind of leader he is becoming. But it also highlights the dysfunction he is being forced to navigate as a rookie. The conversation around the interception has become a microcosm of everything wrong with this situation. A single moment where talent, preparation, and circumstance collided in a way that was entirely predictable and entirely avoidable. Shadur made the right read based on the defender's hips. He made the right decision based on the timing he expected. But timing is built through repetition, and repetition is built through first-team reps. Without those reps, the quarterback is operating on educated guesses instead of intimate understanding. When Shadur explained the play, it didn't sound like someone making excuses. It sounded like someone breaking down the reality of quarterback play with precision and professionalism. The kind of analysis that usually comes from seasoned veterans, not rookies. And that is what scares fans the most. Because if Shadur can diagnose the problem with such clarity, why can't the coaching staff? Why can't the people responsible for his development see that practice habits need to change? Why can't they recognize that a franchise quarterback doesn't find chemistry by accident? These are not mysteries. These are fundamentals. When a rookie understands this better than the people guiding him, something is deeply wrong. As this story continues to ripple through the NFL landscape, the pressure on the Raiders' leadership is intensifying. They are now being judged not only for their in-game decisions but for their long-term developmental strategy. They know the spotlight is on them. They know fans are demanding answers. They know the national media is circling like hawks, waiting for someone to slip up, to admit the truth, to reveal where the system broke down. And they know Shadur's words, calm as they were, have triggered a conversation they can no longer control. What happens next will define the trajectory of this franchise. The Raiders can choose to evolve, to restructure their practice philosophy, to invest fully in the development of their future. Or they can continue down this path, ignoring the warning signs, operating in denial, and risking the loss of a quarterback who clearly has the potential to be something special. Shedeur isn't running from the challenge. He's running toward it. But no quarterback, no matter how gifted, can overcome structural dysfunction alone. This is a pivotal moment. This is where an organization decides whether it wants to rise or crumble. And through all of this, the most important truth remains clear. Shadur Sanders is not just another rookie. He is a franchise-altering talent, a natural leader, a competitor wired for greatness. This moment won't break him. It will sharpen him. He has already proven that he can handle the pressure, the scrutiny, the chaos. Now the question is whether the Raiders will match his standard. Before you go, I want to hear from you. Did the Raiders completely fail Shadur Sanders by throwing him into a live NFL battle without preparation, or should he have overcome the adversity and risen above it? Do you think the coaching staff is holding him back, or is this simply part of the rookie learning curve? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's break it all down. And don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update as this story continues to unfold. We're just getting started, and the next chapter of this saga is going to be even more intense.